On this episode of Big Bites, we're at a spot I've been meaning to check out for quite some time now, Safco on Sandy Babb Street, Kitty. I've heard some great things about this place. Every person I've talked to that has dined here before has amazing things to say about their food, so I'm excited to try it. I'm excited to show you what you can expect if you decide to visit here. And before we get into the rest of this episode, this and every episode of Big Bites is only possible thanks to not just you guys who watch our episodes, but to our amazing sponsors.
Champion brand canned foods by Edward B. Beharry, whether it's chana, beans, or peas, is the perfect ingredient to complement any cooking. Pick yours up today from any leading supermarket. Support local, support Guyanese. Arnie Fresh Purified Water. Drink water and stay healthy. Drink Arnie Fresh Purified Water from Guybisco, and your body will thank you. BM Soat. Life too short for driver brocadong rides, so check out BM Soat Auto Sales and Car Rentals for the top ride that won't make your wallet cry. Links to all of our sponsors are in the description down below, so check them out and tell them Big Bites sent you. Let's get back to the show.
Tell us about Safco. What kind of food do you guys prepare here?
So Safco is like an Indian cuisine. We have our popular authentic dishes from India like biryanis. We are like doing our Chinese food also. Okay. In Mumbai, we are from Mumbai, India. So in India, the Chinese food from street, it's like awesome, sir.
So I don't think I've ever had Indian Chinese food. And now that I'm thinking about it, it would make sense that you would have Chinese cuisine in India.
Yes, sir.
So is it different from how regular Chinese food is prepared?
Very much different, sir.
Okay.
People liking our fried rice. We have introduced one more thing in tandoori barbecue. The tandoori barbecue is our Indian traditional thing.
Tandoori barbecue?
Yes, in chicken.
Wow.
Yes,
chicken.
in
Okay.
chicken. And in that we are using sides also with fries and with fried rice.
So tell us about the prices. What the price range like? Like for people, I know a lot of people might be concerned. Some places might be out of their budget, but I've heard your place is very budget friendly. How true is that?
Very budget friendly, sir. Very budget friendly. You can come and a person can have his food in 1,000 or 1,100 in chicken, sir. We are giving chicken.
Okay.
And in fried rice, veggie rice. We have varieties of rice and combinations rice also with gravies, one side and one side rice. Okay, so and both of them have meat inside.
Okay, so it ranges from $1,000 or $1,100.
Yes, to 3,500 or 4,000 till 4,000.
That's not
the
bad
max
at all.
range. Our max range is for a serving like prawns.
What are we gonna try today? What are you guys giving to us to try?
Our best thing, sir.
Alright, so we've got a lot of food in front of us, as you can clearly see. I almost don't know where to start, but a good place to start would probably be with this. This is lassi. For those of you who are familiar with this drink, it's a traditional Indian drink, and it's been a while since I've had it last, so cheers. Oh, this drink always catches me off guard because it has such a complex flavor. It's like a bit of sourness, a bit of it's sweet, it's sour, it's milky, there's spices in there, and it's layered, and I gotta say it's refreshing every single time. I have here their Indian fried rice, Indian Chinese fried rice. It's I've never had Indian Chinese fried rice before. I don't know what the difference is, if there is much of a difference, but let's give this a try. Gotta tell you, it's chicken as well. It's chicken fried rice. These rices come with some sauces, so I need some guidance on how I should, what sauce do I use? Do I use like a white sauce with this? Thank you so much. You see, if you're unsure about what sauces to use, you could always ask the kind folks here and they can advise you on that. So I guess I'll just take some. It's spicy, right? Oh God, well. It actually does have a bit of a kick, but it's not unbearable. It's nice. This is their chicken fried rice. Let's give this a try. Immediately, it's different. It's very different from any Chinese fried rice that you might be accustomed to. First of all, the rice they're using is basmati rice. I think the flavor is really good. It's familiar yet different because they incorporate their own spices, their own seasonings in it. But of course, this sauce that is on it adds a whole new dimension to it as well. It's spicy. It has a bit of a tartness to it, which I like. And oddly, it's light. I know it's weird to say that a rice feels refreshing, but it does feel refreshing almost. The bits of chicken in it really complement it. This serving of rice that you're seeing in front of me costs $1,300. This serving here, this feels like it could feed comfortably 4, maybe 5 people. Actually, no, like 3 to 4 people comfortably. Especially if you plan to order like different sides with it as well. So I really like this and I recommend you guys give it a try if you decide to visit. Let's move on. All right, next up to the plate, we've got Chicken Biryani, which I'm sure you guys are very familiar with this dish. I myself have had my fair share of Chicken Biryani both in and out of Guyana. So time to see how this holds up. One of the things I like about Safco so far, it feels like a very communal experience because you can walk with a group of people and you can order a bunch of food and everyone gets a bit of everything. No one is left out, and I love those experiences. So they're telling me this yogurt raita sauce. I don't think I've ever had a sauce like this before, goes with the Chicken Biryani. So let's give it a try. I'm not gonna put too much on it. Okay, feels like that should be enough. All right, good. It looks like a very thin sauce. I don't think I've ever quite seen a sauce like that. Oh. Oh my God, what? What? When it just entered my mouth, my taste buds kind of danced a bit. Okay, if the fried rice was like light and refreshing, this felt warm and cozy. It felt like not something you'd get in a restaurant, but something someone you know made for you. It feels homemade. It gives you that kind of love that you get from most homemade kind of food, which is really good. Not a lot of places you could go to that you order food that it feels like homemade food. I really hope that they actually make this how they make it all the time, and they didn't just make it because we come here today, right? Hands down, one of the best biryani, chicken biryani I've ever had. This entire serving of chicken biryani costs $1,650. $1,650. This entire serving here costs $1,650. I gotta say, that's value right there. You're getting so much food. It's so delicious, and it costs that amount of money. That's amazing. Butter garlic prawns, guys. At Safco, their menu is extensive. When I had a look at it, I was like, what don't these guys serve? They serve practically everything. They're halal, which is important to mention. Of course, no pork, but also interestingly, they don't have beef as well, which I did not miss, weirdly enough, because when you have the mutton has a familiarity to beef. So I almost did not, if you tell me that this mutton was beef, I would have believed that it was beef. So I think the mutton is a good substitute for the beef, and there's no lack in flavor, so there's nothing to worry about. Prawns cooked beautifully. It's tender, it's not overdone at all, and the fact that we have been here for a while sitting down, the prawns has been there in the corner. It's the second to last dish we've tried, and the fact that even though it might have gotten a bit cold, the tenderness is still there, cooked beautifully. The flavor is unlike anything I've had in terms of seasonings on seafood before. It's I've had prawns being done in Italian way, in a Szechuan way, but this is like a hybrid, like a mix. It's not overpowering, it's not too like in your face. it's like a, what do I call it? A slow grow. You taste it, you appreciate the flavors, and then it just grows on you. And we're going up in the prices again. This a serving of these prawns costs 3,300. But again, seafood is just naturally pricey by default. But I think for what you're getting and for what you're paying, I think it's worth it. It fell out. Let's go. Cream of mushroom soup. I haven't had this in ever. I've never had, now that I think about it, it's one of those soups that I've heard so much about, but I've never actually had a cream of mushroom soup, right? I'm seeing, of course you're seeing the mushrooms here. It's creamy. And of course you got some bits of chicken in here as well, right? Okay, good. It's customizable as well. So if you don't want the chicken inside, you could order without the chicken. If you want it without the mushrooms, you could order it without the mushrooms, but to me that's defeating the purpose because it's cream of mushroom soup. But, you know, to each his own, right? Oh my God, this is good. What? This is so good. Guys, I'm genuinely impressed by how different this tastes. Like how, oh my God, it warms your soul. It literally does, right? Don't get me wrong, sometimes I want new experiences, new flavors. I want something to excite me. And this, by far, is so different, so new. And when it's hot, trust me, I can't see you enjoying this when it gets cold. You have to get it hot. You have to enjoy this hot. And by so hot, it feels homey. It feels like someone's mother make this for me. This is how this feels. I'm honestly shocked. I'm shocked. A lot of people have their opinion on food, good for you, whatever, but like when I experience something that's truly different, I gotta talk about it. I gotta talk about it. And this is really different, really good. And this soup is not that expensive either, right? If you want it with the mushrooms and the chicken, it's gonna be $1,200. And if you just want it with the mushrooms alone, it's $1,000. Imagine getting $1,000 soup, bro. Like, this is really good. And I can imagine this being pretty filling. So, oh my God. Let me get one more before I finish the entire thing. All right, so we're about to close off this episode of Big Bites, but what better way to close off than with some dessert? We got here your classic Gulab Jamon. I've had this many times, you've had this many times, everyone knows. 3 Gulab Jamon for $600. Not bad if you ask me. Let's go. Yeah, that'll do it. I've had Gulab Jamon, this is definitely in my top 3. And guys, I got a little special announcement today. Coming closer. Coming a little closer. A little bit closer, right? So the guys here at Safco just told me, right, that if you're following MTV Guyana and Big Bites, you like and share this video, and you're also following Safco Restaurant on Facebook or any other social medias, you have a chance to get 10% off on your next meal here. As long as you can prove that you like and share this video, you're following, you're subscribed to us on YouTube as well, MTV Guyana on YouTube, and following MTV Guyana on Facebook, as well as following Safco Restaurant on Facebook, you get 10% off your next purchase. All right, if that's not a deal, then I don't know what is, and you can only get those deals here on Big Bites. Thank you guys for being so generous with it. I really appreciate the hospitality here. All in all, I've had a great time here. The ambience is amazing. The guys here are so friendly. The chef, 5-star chef, he knows what he's doing. A lot of the chefs, I should say, they know what they're doing. And the food here is truly a different experience. You just gotta open your taste buds and open all your senses. And I really love it. I really love it here. Until the next episode of Big Bites, take big bites only. See ya. Really good. So far, I like that no two dishes taste alike. No two dishes taste the same, and I like that. Whew. What?